We're going to be reading 3 books today. The first is called, What Do Parents Do When You're Not Home? We're going to find out the answer to that question. And then we are going to read Once Upon a Cool Motorcycle Dude that has an awesome story told by a young girl and young boy, so 2 different perspectives on a fairy tale. And then we've got the completed Hickory Dickory Dock. You thought you knew it, but this adds on in ways you never knew. So these are going to be 3 fun stories to hear today. Hope you enjoy. Hope you're having a good Thursday in the rain. It's raining outside. So we're going to start with, what do your parents do when you're not home? We're going to find out. My little sister and I are spending the night at our grandparents'. Have fun, Mom says. We will, says my sister. What are you going to do? I ask. Well, I'm sure we'll figure something out, Dad responds. And off they go. The minute we drive away, Mom and Dad run straight upstairs to their room and do exactly what they always tell us not to do. Jump on the bed with their shoes on. Somebody always gets hurt when you play rough. Oh no. When they're tired of jumping on the bed, Mom and Dad decide to go sledding. Even though that's not the way we treat pillows in our house. They're sledding on the pillows down the stairs. Mom and Dad watch TV for ages. They'll watch anything, even shows they've seen a bazillion times. They sit way too close to the television, which is probably why they both wear glasses. Mom and Dad get hungry, so they fix themselves a little snack. They've probably ruined their appetites, and they better hope those Kool-Aid stains come out. Oh, what a mess. After their snack, Mom and Dad run to the playroom and drag out all the toys. Mom goes right for my Beastie Bugs action figures. Dad wants to play with them too, and nobody wants to take turns. You'd think by now they learned to share. Oh man, no sharing. At least Mom and Dad can agree on one thing. They both think it's a lot of fun to dress up the dog. I don't know how the dog feels, but those better not be clean clothes he's wearing. Oh man, dressing up that dog. Mom and Dad remember that they missed dinner. They grab some food and head into my room to play my video games. They say they don't know how the games work, but I know better. They probably practice all the time when I'm not home. Is that the best use of their time? In those video games? It's way past bedtime, but Mom and Dad aren't tired. At least that's what they think. They decide to play basketball, even though you're not supposed to play ball in the house. After the ball goes out the window, Mom and Dad see who can get a dirty sock up on the ceiling fan first. No wonder we can never find 2 socks that match. Up on that fan. Finally, they get ready for bed. They don't even brush their teeth. Ooh, they're having a water fight in the bathroom. Mom and Dad stay up half the night reading comic books. They eat cookies and get crumbs all over the clean sheets. And don't tell me that dog is up on the bed again. Eventually, Mom and Dad fall asleep. They have to. We'll be home in the morning. They've got a lot of work to do. It looks like a tornado came through here. When we come home the next morning, I ask, "What did you do while we were gone?" "Oh, nothing much," Mom says. It was pretty quiet around here when you 2 were gone," Dad adds. When did you say you're going to spend the night with Grandma and Granddad again? Mom asks. Because she loves it. The end. So you can go ask your parents what they do when you're not home, even though we're all home right now. But one day we will get to visit other folks again. All right, this one is really fun. This one is called Once Upon a Cool Motorcycle Dude. So you can see there's a princess up here and a cool motorcycle dude down here. And this book is about two kids who are going to tell a story to us. Here are the two kids. Whoop, there they are. So the girl says, for our library project, we were supposed to tell you our favorite fairy tale, but we couldn't agree on which story was best, so we just made one up. I'll begin the story. My beginning is better, but go ahead. Okay, once upon a time, in a castle on a hill, there lived a beautiful princess named Princess Tenderheart. Every day, Princess Tenderheart would play with her 8 beautiful ponies. She named them Jasmine, Nimble, Sophie, and Polly, and Penny, and Sunny, and Monica. But her favorite pony of all was called Buttercup. Please, don't call him Buttercup. Call him Ralph or something. One night, a terrible thing happened. A giant came and stole away pretty little Jasmine. All the other ponies cried and cried, but Princess Tenderheart cried hardest of all. It was very sad. The very next night, the giant came and took Nimble and Sophie. Princess Tenderheart cried all day and refused to eat. Please, get a grip, princess. Her father, the king, hired all the princes he could find to protect the ponies, but night after night, another pony was stolen away. The poor princess just sat in her room and turned straw into gold thread. She cried and cried and cried, and when only Buttercup was left, Princess Tenderheart thought her heart would break. Oh, who would protect Buttercup? That's it. I can't take it anymore. I'll tell the story from here. One day, this really cool muscle dude rides up to the castle on his motorcycle. He says he'll guard the last pony if the king gives him all the gold thread that the princess makes. The king says okay, and the dude sits and waits for the giant. As if he's not even cute or anything. So that night, the giant heads up to the castle. Man, this giant was an ugly dude. He was big and mean, and he had 4 teeth in his mouth, and they were all rotten and yellow and black, and his breath smelled like rotten, moldy, stinky, wet feet. That's just gross. He needed 8 ponies to make a tasty pony stew, and he only had 7. So that night, he goes to steal the last horsey. The muscle dude has this really big sword, and the giant and the dude battle all over the place. The earth was shaking, there was lightning and thunder, and volcanoes were exploding. It was huge. Volcanoes? Where'd the volcanoes come from? Night after night, the giant comes back, but the dude beats him. Night after night, the princess makes gold thread and gives it to the dude. He gets really rich. The end. That's it? The princess just sits around making thread? Yep. I don't think so. I'll tell you what happened, Bubba. Princess Tenderheart goes to the gym and pumps iron. She becomes Princess Warrior. Very cool. And she tells the dude to make his own thread. And so that night, the princess has this huge and tremendous battle. The giant runs back to his cave. The end. Oh, and the dude just sits there making gold thread. Nuh-uh. See, this is what really happened. Okay, the dude makes this really cool blanket out of the gold thread, and when he pulls it over his head, he turns invisible, and then he goes to rescue the ponies. You can't see me. You can't see me. You can't see us. The princess goes with him. Fine. The dude and the princess get into this big fight over who gets to free the ponies. The giant hears voices and gets so scared he jumps off the cliff. Cool! Cool! So the princess and the prince fall in love. What? Who said he was a prince? And what's this stuff about love? Well, they get married on a beautiful spring day, and then they have a baby. It's the most beautiful baby girl. Nuh-uh. It was a boy. It was a girl. The end. Once upon a cool motorcycle dude. All right, gang. Last one takes your Hickory Dickory Dock into all kinds of new territory. Are you ready? Now, you probably know the first part, so you might even want to say it along with the reading because you know it. So, Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, and down he run, Hickory Dickory Dock. Nibble on, bibble on, bees. The mouse bit off some cheese. The clock struck 2, away he flew, nibble on, bibble on, bees. Honey bee, bunny bee, boo. The mouse ran into a shoe. The clock struck 3, he scratched a flea, honey bee, bunny bee, boo. Apple-eye, dapple-eye, day. The mouse just loves to play. The clock struck 4, he rolled on the floor, apple-eye, dapple-eye, day. Milky Way, Silky Way sat. The mouse got chased by a cat. The clock struck 5, he's glad he's alive. Milky Way, Silky Way sat. Slippery, whippery whirl. The mouse showed off to a girl. The clock struck 6, he finished his tricks. Slippery, whippery whirl. Chickadee, rickety, run. His papa calls him son. The clock struck 7, his real name is Kevin. Chickadee, rickety, run. Icicle, bicycle, Bert. The mouse had pie for dessert. The clock struck 8, he licked the plate. Icicle, bicycle, Bert. Splashery, dashery, dears. The mouse washed off his ears. The clock struck 9, he gave them a shine. Splashery, dashery, dears. Peekaboo, teekaboo took. His mama read him a book. The clock struck 10, she read it again. Peekaboo, teekaboo took. Tippy-toe, hippy-toe head. The mouse knelt by his bed. The clock struck 11, his prayers went to heaven. Tippy-toe, hippy-toe head. Silvery, bilvery beams. The mouse had wonderful dreams. The clock struck 12, now dream some yourselves. Silvery, bilvery beams. The end with the clock. So I hope you had fun. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. What do parents do? Once upon a cool motorcycle dude and the completed Hickory Dickory Dock. And enjoy some stories all the time. Good night.